Dear friends, I'd like to welcome you to the second episode of Data Science Live. My name is Mr. Campanelle, and I will be doing some live coding with the R programming language, enjoying a little bit of mukbang, and hopefully providing a little bit of companionship for the next 10 to 20 minutes or so. So, I'd like to loosen my tie here, and let's get started. Okay, there we go. So today the topic is going to be installing packages, and we're going to install packages from the tidyverse, a handful of these packages, because the tidyverse is very important if you really want to get started on the R programming language. They're very powerful little packages that you can do and really kind of get up a lot of skills really fast on just these 5 packages that we are going to install today. So this episode may be a little bit, how do I want to say, repetitive, but please stay with me for all the packages installed, because I'm going to give a little talk about each of those packages and why they're important in the R world. So the first thing we're going to do, we've got this little blank palette here on here, and I'm going to put a comment in here because I like to put comments in my code. So the first thing is what we're going to do. I'm just going to install dplyr. Okay, there's my comment. And before I run the package, I think the one thing about dplyr is it's a very versatile package in tidyverse for any type of data frame manipulation. So it's good for filtering, such as removing rows. If you watched episode 1 of Data Science Live, that's what my focus was on. You can select columns, so pick the columns that you want out of the data frame, and mutate is another important function out of there to create new columns and new variables within your data frame. So let's get started and install dplyr live coding. So we're going to use the install packages. I'm going to put some quotes around here. Okay, this is the dplyr we're going to install. I'm just going to highlight it, hit the run button. Come on, come on, come on. It says installing. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't know it would take this long. There we go. What do we get here? All right, it's downloading it, and now we're doing the install. Okay, it looks like it was a success. The package dplyr successfully unpacked. Okay, good. Our first one is done here. So let's get started with our second package. And I'm going to put my comment in here. Install tidyr. So the important thing about tidyr is it's a nice package to let you transform your data frames. So you can take rows and convert them to columns, and vice versa. You can take columns and transform them to rows. This is a very useful package if you've got a whole bunch of messy Excel files and you have to put it together in a data frame. This is really going to help and save you on this work. So let's get started here. Install packages. Spell it right. Yes, that's live coding is always about misspellings. Here we go again. So it's installing it. Oh, I get a message up here. Do you want to install from from sources the package which needs for the compilation? There is a binary version, but the source is later. I'm going to say true. Yes. Okay, it's connecting the CRAN. It's unpacking it. It looks like it's putting in some source code here. Oh my. Or is this the binary? No, this is RCCP. Okay, let's continue to watch and see if it gets done here. It's unpacked a few things. Okay. Keeps going. So far, so good. I haven't seen any error messages. I'm watching that console for these error messages to see if they pop up. Okay, let's keep going here. Keep it going. Yes, yes. Wow. This is taking a little bit longer than our first package, dplyr. Yeah, but it still looks like it's successfully installing so far. But you have to kind of keep watching this console window down here. Okay, preparing for lazy loading. Installing. I'm getting some warnings in here. Install. Okay. It looks like it's done. Okay, so we've got a couple warnings. rlang does not exist. Okay, there are some packages in here. Okay, well, do I know if it's going to work? I don't know. I'm going to try a command here called, I'm going to just see if it installed and see if this library will show up. Okay. I'm going to run this. Okay. It looks like it's installed and it's good and it's working. So yeah, that surprised me on that install, but this is live coding and we're always going to get surprises. So let's go on to the next package. And like I said, this is going to get a little repetitive, but on the last one that we're going to do, I'm going to change it up just slightly. So I'm going to put my comment in here. Install, what am I going to do? I'm going to do lubridate. Okay, and the lubridate package really helps a lot with date type data types. You know, these data types for dates can be a little quirky, right? You have things like leap years, daylight savings time, different time zones. So it really is a nice package for handling data in date formats. So let's just kind of see if let's install it here. Install packages. We're going to do lubridate. Okay. And then I'm going to hit the little run on here. Okay. So, successfully unpacked. Okay, so that one worked pretty good. So now I'm able to handle dates in my data frames. Okay, the next one we're going to install is readr. And if you watched episode 1, I also used this package to read in data files. So this is kind of this is what this package is useful for. Is to be able to read in any type of data file that you have. And in episode 1, I used it to read in a data file. Oh, readr. Oh, object readr not found. Yes, because I forgot to put the quotes around it. Okay. So let's give this another try. Here we go. Installing. So yeah, as I was saying, I used it to read in a data set that was on the internet, and you just put in the URL. It was able to download it for you and read it into RStudio for me. So that's good. So this will handle things like comma-separated value files, CSV files, any text that's delimited with maybe pipes or tabs. But there's another sister package to this that I want to show you. And it's called, we're going to put another one in here. I'm going to install readxl. Readxl. Okay. And what this package does, if you have Excel formatted data files, it's a really nice package to read in Excel. Handles all the quirky and nasty little stuff that Excel files have. So definitely you need to get this one on as well. Here we go. We're doing a download here. Oh, we got another download. Okay, that's good. So, as I said, it does get a little repetitive here, typing in all these install packages here, but these are really important packages that you want to do. The last one I'm going to install, I said I was going to do something a little bit different. So, I'm going to install it out of one of the commands here in RStudio. And let's go to the tools, and we have an install packages in the tools. And it gives you a little interface. So I'm going to install it from Crayon. There's other things. If you just had a package archive of a file of the package, you can install it from. But and then the other thing is it checks to install any types of dependency programs that are required to run that package. So the package that I'm going to do here is the stringr package. And this package is really good for text data. If your data has, let's say, names, and you want to separate out first name and last name in that column of the data, it'll be useful to do that. Any type of handling that you need to do with addresses, things like product descriptions, specifications, product documentation, any type of text file or format, data format, is something that you will be able to use with this package. So I'm just going to hit the install button here, and I can see it installing here in the bottom of the console. And it's done. So these are like what did I do here? Six packages here that I installed are core tidyverse packages. So now I call this our mukbang time, where I get to eat and you get to watch me eat. And while you're watching me eat, you can open up RStudio, and I'm going to give you some time to go ahead and install these packages. So let me just kind of get today's mukbang here. Let's take a look at what we got here. Can I get that? I have to have the cover on here because these will just fall over onto my keyboard if it wasn't covered here. So this is Texas BBQ brisket. It is from Snows BBQ in Lexington, Texas. It has been voted one of the best barbecues in all the state of Texas, so that's a real high honor. And I'm going to enjoy it. I also have here a mix of wild rice and some white rice, and a couple little sauces to dip it in. The red sauce is what I call my Texas barbecue sauce, because when you get barbecue, you always usually get a sauce from someplace. It's always more than what you need. So my Texas barbecue sauces, I just mix them all in from all the barbecue joints in Texas, and that's my Texas barbecue sauce. And then the green sauce is a chimichurri sauce that my brother-in-law made. My brother-in-law is a chef. He's been a very successful chef, and at many of these glamorous and fancy hotels, this chimichurri sauce is one of his best things that he ever does. I really love it. And so it's time to pull the blanket off over here. And let's see here. Let's pull that plastic cover off here. And let's start to enjoy some of this barbecue. I'm going to move my keyboard here and just maybe put it down here in front of me and get a little bit of barbecue. While you guys go and install these packages, I'm going to have a little bit to eat here. So we'll just dig in here and get a piece of brisket here. Pull it off right here. Dip it into the sauce. Oh, no, there we go. I just like to dip it into a little bit of the sauce. Some people will smother their barbecue in sauce, but hardcore Texas barbecue purists are not really big fans of sauce. They want you to enjoy the taste of the meat on itself. And I can't say that I'm there yet, but I do like just to dip a little bit of sauce into it. I'll show you, see, so you can see a little bit of the chimichurri sauce. I don't even have that much on there, but I'll put a little bit here. Let's see, you can see. Yeah, see, I just put a little bit here of the chimichurri sauce on the brisket, and it gives it a nice little flavor with the meat. And the same is true for the barbecue sauce as well. Yes, I grabbed a little bit of the rice, throwing that in there down as well too. So I hope you're coming along there fine. I'm just going to grab a little bit of sparkling water here. So, let's recap here. So, what we did is we installed 6 very important packages here that are part of the tidyverse. The first package was the dplyr package, which allows you to do a lot of your data frame manipulation, filter on rows, select columns, mutate to create new columns and new variables in your data frame. The tidyr is a nice function to transform your data frames. You can convert rows to columns and columns to rows. Lubridate allows you to handle dates, and they can get a little bit tricky. If you have dates that are coming from a Unix server logs and they're in this thing called the POSIX date format that you have to figure out, I mean, that's a snake pit of fear that you don't want to go near, but Lubridate will allow you to handle that snake pit as well and tackle it with courage. The readr and readxl are useful for bringing in data into your RStudio environment and creating data frames for you from that external data. And then stringr is good for handling any type of your text data formats. If you get things with names and the first name and last name is in one field and you need to separate them out, that's going to be a really good package for you. So that's kind of the recap for the second episode of Data Science Live. I hope you have learned a little bit here, and I will post a full blog of all this, including the video, on datasciencelive.com. So I encourage you to just kind of copy and paste what I've got here and learn a little bit. I mean, it's how I learned a lot, and you can do it too. I know you can. Also, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe or follow this channel and turn on notifications for when I do go live. I sincerely appreciate your companionship with me here today. Until the next time, goodbye for now, dear friends.